How's it going, everyone? Laughing here, and today I'm talking about my top 10 most anticipated games for 2021. I know I am super duper late on this video. I was actually going to get it out last week, but then we had a Pokemon presentation, Nintendo Direct, Sony presentation, and I was just like, we'll kind of wait and see kind of what happens, and I'll get it out later. So here we are. So thank you guys for being patient. Yeah, here we go. Number 10 is going to be Monster Hunter Rise, developed and published by Capcom. It is releasing on the Switch this month on March 26th, with also a later release for Windows in 2022. Monster Hunter Rise has the player take the role of a hunter, tasked with slaying or trapping large monsters, using a variety of weapons, tools, and environmental features to damage and weaken them while surviving their attacks. Successful completion of the offered quests provide loot, typically in the form of various monster parts from the monsters. I'm pumped on this. So we got like a cool dog we can ride now. The Palgos are still with us. It's gonna be a good time. This will be the second Monster Hunter game I've played. I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter World, and my wife is as well. I actually got a second PS4 so we could play together pretty much just on that game. So I'm pretty excited. I did play the demo and I wasn't super feeling the demo when I was playing it, but there's a good shot. It was kind of my bad. I just probably need to switch around some of the controls to make it feel more like Monster Hunter World, and I didn't do as much of that as I probably did. But that's why this game is number 10 on the list. Really hoping that I can get right back into the Monster Hunter world and have a lot of fun, and hey, maybe even have some fun playing with the family and friends as well. So this is number 10. So number 9 is Subnautica Below Zero by Unknown Worlds Entertainment, and it's actually been in early access on Steam since 2019, but we have the official release date of May 14th of this year, and it's actually coming to all platforms, and it is a sequel to the awesome Subnautica game that came out in 2018. So Subnautica Below Zero is a survival adventure game set in an open world environment and played from a first-person perspective. The player controls a researcher who is studying the local environment of a nearby alien facility on planet 4546b. Like its predecessor, the player's goal is to explore the environment and survive in the alien environment while also completing objectives to advance the game's plot. Players collect resources, construct tools, build bases and submersibles, and can interact with the planet's wildlife. Thank you, Wikipedia. So, kind of a cool thing that makes this different from the original Subnautica is there are also more land parts, which I'll be honest with you, I love the game a lot, but I also hate the ocean at the same time. So you tell me there's a Subnautica game where I can be on land more, I'm all over it. So I have actually played it a decent amount. I am looking very much forward to the full release and maybe actually beating this game. So, yep, Subnautica Below Zero, number 9. Check it out on May 14th. All right, I know you guys were waiting for this one on my list. So, number 8, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, developed by Ilka and published by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, coming late 2021. No exact release date quite yet, but it is, of course, coming to the Switch. So, adventures in the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games will take place in the Sinnoh region, rich in nature with Mount Coronet towering at its heart. Sinnoh is a land of myths passed down through the ages. You'll visit many different locations in the Sinnoh region while striving to become the champion of the Pokemon League. Once again, thank you, Wiki. Yes, I am really pumped on the remake, so I'm a little worried about who's developing it, but at the end of the day, any excuse to get back into the Sinnoh region, I will take. So yeah, I'm just hoping that these games turn out really well, and I can guarantee you when they come out, I will have some sort of opinion on it. I can guarantee it, so you can look out for that when the games come out. All right, so number 7 is actually a Not announced game yet, but it is Battlefield 6. So developed by DICE and published by EA. So we have an idea that this game is going to be coming out later this year due to an investor call back on November 2020. It's rumored to be back to the Modern Warfare with large battle gameplay. I am a huge fan of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I played Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. They're okay. I think Battlefield 1 out of those two was probably the better one. But I feel like Battlefield kind of lost its way through those games, so I'm really hoping for a more of a return to form with whatever the next Battlefield is. I know they're also getting some help from Criterion, another developer. I think they usually do like the Need for Speed game, so there's a lot of people and developers on this project. I'm really hoping that we'll hear something more from it soon. There have been some leaks and rumors, and actually one of a leaker or someone who has a lot of rumors for the games actually got taken down on Twitter by EA because they were saying some stuff about Battlefield 6. So not exactly 100% like rock solid that just because they took this guy down, what he's saying is true, but it can be a good indication at the very least. So really hoping this game is going to come out this year. Of course, if it doesn't, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I just want a good Battlefield game basically whenever it comes. But yeah, really looking forward to Battlefield 6, and hopefully we'll end up getting that this year. Number 6 is Persona 5 Strikers, developed by Atlas, P Studio, and Omega Force, and published by Saga. It actually came out last year, February, in Japan, but it had its worldwide release on February 23rd of this year. It released on the Switch, PC, and of course, the PS4. Persona 5 Strikers is an action role-playing game. The game is a crossover between Koei Tecmo's Dynasty Warriors franchise and Atlas's 2016 role-playing game Persona 5, and it's set 6 months after the events of the original Persona 5. It follows Joker and the rest of the Phantom Thieves of Heart as they investigate a series of mysterious events involving people across Japan. So I loved Persona 5. Any excuse to get back in the world and hang out with my friends in that game, I am completely down for. And my wife is also super obsessed with Persona 5 Royal. We're just a really big fan of the franchise at this point. I've also never played any of the Dynasty Warrior games, so it's kind of fun giving that a go as well. So I do plan on doing some sort of either review or impressions video, so do keep an eye out for that as well. Number 5 is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, developed by BioWare and of course published by EA. It's coming out May 14th. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition includes single-player base content and over 40 DLC from the highly acclaimed Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 games, and includes promo weapons, armors, and packs, and remastered and optimized for 4K Ultra HD. I am really excited to get back into Mass Effect. It is by far one of my favorite sci-fi franchises. It goes like Star Wars and then like Mass Effect in that order for me, and also really looking forward to getting back in this base Mass Effect. It's been years since I played those games, and even when I played base Mass Effect or Mass Effect 1, it felt pretty dated back then too, so really looking forward to seeing how they kind of bring it back up to a more modern standard. And of course, Mass Effect 2, oh, that was just the peak Mass Effect. And Mass Effect 3 ending kind of weird, not very great, very divisive, but I know they're not going to necessarily fix that, but hopefully it'll be kind of easier to get a better-ish ending without there being multiplayer, which also RIP multiplayer. I actually enjoyed multiplayer for Mass Effect 3 back in the day. I understand why it's not there, but maybe someday Mass Effect multiplayer standalone content? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I am super pumped for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Number 4 is Halo Infinite. So, coming out on PC and all the Xboxes that I'm aware of. Halo Infinite is an upcoming first-person shooter. The sixth main entry of the Halo series, it picks up the story of the Master Chief following Halo 5 Guardians. It did get delayed last year, back in 2020, I believe it was August. It looks big, has more open world-ish elements while also not being strictly an open world. Hopefully it's a more of a return to form for the franchise. I am pretty excited to get back into Halo. I know the initial reception for the game was not very good, but they gave themselves an extra year to polish, make it better, make it look better, and hopefully feel better as well. So still very, very excited for Halo. And I think this is like the first Halo game that's also going to release simultaneously on PC. So also really excited for that. And it is slated to come out at the end of 2021. So I'm definitely going to keep a sharp eye out for that. And yeah, man, Master Chief. Please also give me some co-op. Give me some co-op, man. Number 3 is Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, made by TT Games and published by Warner Brothers Entertainment there. To be announced release date, it is looking like it's going to be spring or summer, and it is coming out on pretty much every single platform. In Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, experience all 9 Saga films like never before in Lego Star Wars. Play through the adventures of Anakin Skywalker, help Luke Skywalker beat Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine, and duel for the fate of the galaxy with Rey and Kylo Ren in the new Lego video game that immerses you in Star Wars like you've never seen it before. Thank you, StarWars.com, for that quote. I am super excited for this. So in general, growing up, I played a lot of the Lego Star Wars games. That was like some of my bread and butter on the Nintendo GameCube way back when. So in my family now, my daughter and my wife are huge Lego fans as well as Star Wars fans as well. So look forward to doing some couch co-op and playing through the games with them as well. I never played the Force Awakens Lego game, and I don't believe they had any for the other 2 movies. So be kind of interesting to play through those movies Lego-ized, I guess. So yeah, just really looking forward to this game as well. This is why it's in my top 3. Love Legos, love Star Wars. Put them together. Hopefully we're going to have a fantastic game that has everything, like the ultimate Star Wars Lego game ever made. So yeah, like I said, still waiting for a release date, hopefully soon, but I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for that. All right, it is getting serious now. So number 2 is Horizon Forbidden West, developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Entertainment. To be determined release date, but it is slated for this year, 2021, and it does look like it's going to be coming out for the PS4 and the PS5, which is going to be kind of nice because it gives me a little bit more time to try to find these rare and elusive PS5s. But Horizon Forbidden West continues the story of Aloy, a young huntress of the Nora tribe, sent on a quest to the arcane frontier known as the Forbidden West to find the source of a mysterious plague that kills all it infects. On our journey across these uncharted lands, Aloy encounters hostile regions ravaged by massive storms and occupied by dangerous enemies and deadlier machines. She also discovers a vast array of environments and ecosystems, including lush valleys, dry deserts, snowy mountains, tropical beaches, and ruined cities, both above and below the water. So it looks like they are just taking Horizon Zero Dawn and just expanding on it. We're going to see continuation of that story. I loved the first Horizon game. Really good story, interesting world as well. So any continuation of that, I am super pumped on. And also just good character and good story development. It's just really awesome to see. A very first person player focus rather. I just feel like we don't get enough of these high quality games as much these days. A lot of them are more geared towards multiplayer. Not that I have a problem with that, but it's always nice to just kind of sit down and just play a game. leisurely and also just have it be fantastic. So I am super looking forward to this game. There are some rumors that it's going to be pushed back to 2022. We'll see at the end of the day with this game and our number one game, or my number one game as well. If they get pushed back, they get pushed back. At the end of the day, I just want a really good game. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for Horizon Forbidden West. That is for sure. Number one is the God of War sequel. It was announced last year in September. We have kind of a general release window of 2021, and of course it is being made by the Santa Monica studio and published by Sony. So this is gonna be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's not gonna be on PS4. So for a lot of people like me, this is gonna be the game that's gonna make sure that you get into the PlayStation 5. So there are some rumors that it might be delayed into 2022. As I said about Horizon Forbidden West, oh well, if that's the case, if it comes out this year, fantastic. Ultimately, I just want an awesome, awesome game. The game will be set in ancient Norway and feature series protagonist Kratos and his son Atreus. The game is expected to initiate Ragnarok, a series of events that bring about the end of days and depicts the deaths of the Norse gods, which was foretold to happen in the previous game. So I'm just super duper excited about God of War. I have a son now. Maybe you can even hear him in the background. So I feel like this game is even a little bit more kind of close to home. Obviously, the first game was an absolute just masterpiece, just a simple story of a father and son going up a mountain, and it's just an absolute epic journey, and I just want to see more of that, the continuation of that story, especially after the bombshell that we had at the end of the first game. So yeah, that's my top 10 list. I do have some honorable mentions. Number one is going to be Shin Megami Tensei, by the same studio that did Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royale. Very interested to check out those games. I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game. This is the 5th installment, I do believe. Next up is also Starfield, made by Bethesda. We don't actually have a release date for this yet. They could do a Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 on us and just say, hey, it's coming in 3 months. We'll kind of see. I'm going to kind of wait to see the trailers and kind of see some of the gameplay before I really make any sort of opinion on it. It sounds cool. I love sci-fi, but we'll kind of see. And the last honorable mention is going to be Star Wars Hunters. Once again, to be determined release date is supposed to come out this year, though. It's a competitive team-based multiplayer game made by Zynga. They made Farmville and Zynga Poker, and it's made for Switch and mobile. The people making this, or the developers making this, don't make me super excited, but I'll be honest, you slap Star Wars on something, you're going to have some interest from me at the very least. So, yeah, we'll kind of see. So that is my list of the most anticipated games coming out this year, or rather, hopefully coming out this year. So obviously things change, release dates get moved, especially during the pandemic. So kind of is what it is. But down below, why don't you tell me what you are excited for to play this year? What are your most anticipated games? Leave that in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.